What's up guys, my name is Alan and welcome to my channel Alan Architecture. So in this video, in this episode, we are going to be talking about windows and how to place in our windows, the necessary tips and bits you need to placing in windows in your model or in your design in the Revit software. It's quite a simple procedure, just like how we placed in our doors. It's still going to be the same procedure. So without much ado, let's get straight into the video. Now, make sure you have your plan over there. Make sure you have your plan. Let's get into the first floor plan. Let's see what we have over here. This is where we ended off in our previous video. Let's get back into our ground floor plan. Now, there's another way you can get back into your ground floor plan. When you look on this ribbon at the top over here, anytime you open up a new view, it tends to open that view on this ribbon over here. So you can quite remove it from this ribbon, or you can just go in there. You can have a view of the first floor plan, the previous view you've already opened. All right, instead of you going in here. That's just something, by the way, if anyone doesn't know what this is about. So you can just go straight in here and you can go into that view. So now let's move your mouse pointer to the architecture tab. Make sure you stay right on the tab. You're going to see wall, doors. We are done with doors, so now we're heading straight into windows. So make sure you click on it. The shortcut is WN. All right, make sure you have your windows clicked on. So now when you select this, you move your mouse pointer into the properties panel. You're going to and you select on this window. You are going to see we have just, I thought we are going to have a quite number of few windows loaded up, but Revit just has these 3 windows loaded up in there. All right, now these windows are not what I'll be using for this tutorial or this model I'm having here, this building. I'm not going to be using these windows, not necessarily these windows. All right, this is an M fixed. Okay, so for us to load in or to load more windows into the Revit software is quite a simple procedure. The same thing we did for the door is the same thing we'll be doing for the windows as well. So just click on it. Now you move back into this tab over here. Now you see model in place. We are not going to model any window or something. No, we are not going to do that. We are going to load in a family. All right, we are going to load in a family of windows. So you just click on the load family. When you click on it, you have a pop-up menu over here. Now make sure you pay attention to this pop-up menu. It's very important. If you are working in a metric system or in millimeters, you wouldn't want to use the English imperial. Right, the English imperial is for those working in the imperial system of measurements. So they use the inches, the feet, and all those stuff. So we are not going to use that. We use the metric system. So you are going to click on this folder that has some sort of like an arrow right beneath it. You click on it, it goes back, and you have this pop-up menu just like what we did for the doors. So you just click on English and it opens up. Now when it opens up, there we go. Now we just have to go in and look for windows. All right, let's just scroll around. Let's just see whether we are going to find windows. There you are. So now you just click on that folder, we open it up, and then we have quite a number of windows here. Very beautiful windows. Let's click on this nested families. Let's see what we have in here. No, we are not going to use that. So we are going to go back, and then we have our windows right here. So I'm going to start loading in some windows for our project. All right, so I'm going to load in this window right here and this window right here. And now the only way I'm multi-selecting these items, all right, is because I've held down the control button and I've clicked on it. All right, when you click on it, so when you click on something you have already selected, it deselects it. So you have to be careful, guys. You just have to click on it and then you have it selected. And I'm going to load in this window. I'm going to load in this one as well. Yes, I think we're good. I'm going to load in just these 3 windows. So let's have this loaded up into the software. Let's just take any dimension. All right, let's just take any dimension. Don't pay too much attention to the particular dimension you will need. All right, you just load them up into the software. We can make those necessary changes when we are inside the software. So we have our window loaded in now. This is our windows, the three windows we loaded them in. They look quite like the previous windows in here. Anyway, let's just start working with our windows. All right, so let's place in some windows. Let's place in our windows. We're going to select this window. Make sure you go into your edit type. You get a pop-up menu. So this pop-up menu is where we can manipulate our materials, our dimensions, our width, everything we want about our window. This is where the magic happens. This is where we are going to manipulate and get the exact window we need for our design. So now scroll down and move to the dimensions tab. All right, we have a window of a width of 1800 with a height 1200. Now there are some standard dimensions we normally use in our design, which is 800 by 1200. So with the width, the height, I think the height is standard because we normally depends on the design, but the one we mostly use is 1200. But it depends on the kind of design you are having. All right, we can't tell that you necessarily have to use 1200. You are architects, you are creative, so we expect you to be innovative in your design. So you have to choose the dimensions yourself, unlike the doors. All right, so with the height here we have 1200. I'm going to leave that at 1200 and I'm going to make this 1600. All right, I'm going to make this 1600. I think I'm fine with the materials for now. I'm not I'm not going to render it any moment from now, so I think I'm fine with the materials. All right, so now make sure you hit OK. Make sure you hit OK. Now I would like to explain something to you guys. All right, let's let's get back let's get back into our windows. Move to your architecture tab, click on the window. Now anytime you have a family loaded up into the software, all right, and then you click on the family and you move into edit type. Now make sure in every family you you're about to manipulate or you're about to change the dimensions in the edit type properties, make sure you duplicate. It's not something I've been doing for you guys to see. I think I've explained that in previous videos. Make sure you always duplicate the file. It's very necessary. Now when you duplicate it, it's going to help because it's going to create a duplicate of that exact window we clicked on this exact window we clicked on. So we are going to duplicate and we can give it a name. Let's call it window 1. All right, let me make a window 1. So we are going to call it window 1. You see it has that same dimensions over there. We are fine. We don't have anything to change on identity data. We are fine with the IFC parameters. Yes, I think we are good. I told you guys I'm cool with the materials and the finishes as well. So you just have to hit on OK and then we're going to place in our windows. All right, we're going to place in our windows. So we're going to place one window here. I'm going to place this window right here. Now make sure I'm just paying attention to the dimensions Revit is actually giving me at the moment. I'm just paying attention to the dimension. So I'm going to leave this window here and I'm going to put one more window here. I'm going to have a window here. Yeah, I think I'm cool with this. Yes, I'm going to leave this window right here. So I'm just going to leave only this window right here. All right, this is going to serve as a window for the kitchen sink that is going to come over in this space. So now let's move into our first floor plan. Let's place in some more windows. Let's place in some windows. I'm using the same window I created. All right, I'm going to put one window here, one window here, one window here. No, I'm gonna put this window. I'm gonna put this window right here, and then yep. Yes, I think we are fine. We are fine with this at the moment. All right. Now hit the escape key a couple of times. You can hit your escape key a couple of times. So we have our windows placed in. So now I'm going to place in windows for our washroom. All right. We have to place our windows for the washroom. So go back into the architecture tab. Make sure you selected it. You move down and you go into your windows. Now you move your mouse pointer to the properties panel. Just click on it. You have a drop down menu. Now we're going to look for a quite smaller window. All right. Yes, I think I'm gonna go for this sliding. No. Yeah, I'm going to go for the single hang. Yeah, I'm going to go for this window. All right. Now we'll move and make sure you select get into the edit type property, so we can manipulate our window. We can check the heights, the materials, and every single stuff. Now before we do that, don't forget guys, make sure you duplicate. All right. Now we are going to call this window 2. Okay, window 2 is for the washrooms. Now with the washrooms, you wouldn't want your washroom windows to be very bigger, very big, for anybody passing by to be able to see. We want to create some sort of like some privacy in the washroom, so we are going to keep those windows very small. All right, so I'm going to keep it at 800 by 800. All right, I'm going to keep those windows 800 by 800. Make sure you hit on OK. Now we have that window created over here. All right, I'm going to place one window right here. Let me make it 2 windows. All right, 2 windows for this piece. One window here, and then we're going to keep one window for this washroom right here. All right, now let's go into our ground floor plan. Let's create one window for, click on it. Make sure it's always going to select the previous window you placed. All right, so we have our previous window right here. I'm going to create one window. Oh, I want to keep this window on the side. Let me keep this window right here. Beautiful. Now let's get into our, I don't want to keep, I'll definitely want to give these windows and give this space on windows. All right, let's just fix in windows in your design. Okay. And make sure it's at the right place for good ventilation, for air to be able to pass in and out of that space. Okay, so we have this right here, we have this also right here. All right, okay. Now make sure you save your file, Control S. Make sure you save it. Hit the Control S button to save your file. You never know what might happen. All right, so now let's turn off our underlay on the first floor plan. It's making everything look quite weird. All right, so we have this right here. Now I would like you guys to move your mouse pointer. All right, let's zoom in. Let me zoom in a little bit for you guys to have a look. Now when you move into this down bar right here, you're going to see like a box. All right, now when you click on that box, you're going to have coarse, medium, and fine. I want you guys to keep that on fine. All right, now you notice something happened to our door when we kept it on fine. Now when you keep that on fine, it gives you a little bit of more detail to the plan. It gives some kind of more detail to the plan. Now let me put that on course. Look at what happens to our door. Right, you see our doors look quite plain. All right, but when we keep that on fine, it gives us some more detail to show all those edges and how the doors are being cut. All right, the same thing happens to the window as well. Let's keep that on fine, cause all right, cause let's keep this on fine. All right, the same thing happens for the windows and doors. So I'd like you guys to keep that on fine. Let's go into our ground floor plan. Let's get into our ground floor plan. Now let's keep that also on fine as well. All right, beautiful. So now we've created our windows for our spaces, and in our next tutorial we are going to be creating our stair. No, in the next tutorial we are going to be creating the floor slabs in every single space. All right, we are going to be creating our floor slabs. We are going to put in some floors to make our building look very realistic. All right, we haven't placed in any floors in there, so we can see the building from beneath. All right, yes. So I'm just holding down the shift key and the scroll button and panning around a little bit just to have a feel of what is happening over here. Now this is what I want you guys to do. All right, now make sure your windows are aligned exactly to your door height, exactly to the door height. All right, so we are going to align that exactly to this door height. So we'll do that for the ground floor and also for the first floor. Now the shortcut for aligning, all right, is AL is the shortcut for aligning. Or if you forget the shortcut and you don't know what the shortcut is, you just have to move into modify. All right, let me see. We have this as our align tool. All right, it's used for aligning stuff in the same line. Okay, if you get the need. All right, now let's click on that. Now we would want to get the top. We will want it to align to the top of this door. All right, so just hover your mouse pointer at the top. Make sure you hit the tab key. Yes, now you're going to get this blue hyphen, this blue highlighted line. It means that just the top base of that door is selected, so we are going to select that. And then now we would want to multi-align. All right, when we don't hit this multi-align, it's just going to align just one window. All right, so we're going to select the multi-align, and then we are going to pick also the top of this window. Now if your window, the top is not being, if the top base is not selecting, you can hit the tab key to select it. All right, you can hit the tab key and it's going to select it. Just hit it a couple times. Yeah, I think it's selected now, so we align it. And then make sure you have this sign, this symbol right here, like a padlock. Make sure you lock it up, so anytime we move this door, this window is also going to move in the same height with this door. All right, now we've checked our multi alignment, so we would align the other windows as well to fit exactly with it. We hit it, I think it's aligned. We align this as well. Make sure you lock it up, and then we are going to align this as well. Now make sure you lock this up as well. Yes, so we are done locking it up for the ground floor. They are all aligned exactly with our door height over here. We are going to want to do the same thing for the first floor as well. So AL is the shortcut. We are going to hover your mouse pointer on any door on the first floor. If you pick a door on the ground floor, it wouldn't be able to align. All right, they are not on the same plane or in the same level. So we are going to pick this door right here. Now hit the tab key. Yes, so we have this blue highlighted line, so we are going to click on that. Our multi alignment is checked, so it means that we can make multiple alignments on the same level. All right, so we are going to align this. Make sure you lock it up with it. Make sure you lock it up with it. Same procedure, we lock it up, we turn the building around, we come towards this window, we lock this up as well, and then we move to this last window, we lock it up, and then let's check this window, we move it up, and then we lock this as well. Beautiful. So now we have all our windows locked up. Make sure you save your file, guys. It's very, very important. So we have all our windows are lined exactly to the door height. All right, you would want to keep these windows we would want to keep it up a little bit. We want to keep it up. Now I think my the windows for my washroom areas appear to be quite big. I'm going to reduce the dimension, so I just have to click on any of them, move into edit type, and then I'm going to keep this at 600. All right, I'm going to keep the height at 600. Hit apply, and then we have that over here. Yes, so let's keep this 0. Now it's because we've locked up our windows with the door, so it tends to move everything we locked up down. All right, but we just fixed the problem. All right, we just clicked on the door, and then when you click on the door and you check the base constraint, it says negative 200 because I reduced the dimension of the window. All right, so I just changed that to 0, and it moves up, and it moves up also with every single thing we locked up and aligned with. All right, so thank you guys for watching. We are going to continue in our next video. We are going to place in our floors in every single space. All right, thank you guys for watching. Make sure you like and subscribe. You can drop a comment, you can send me an email if you find challenges in placing your windows in your design. Thank you guys for watching. I'll catch you guys in the next video.